everyone, I'm Bright. In this video, I would like to tell you a few words about being an immigrant. And moving forward, I will make more videos and share with you more tips about how you can achieve your goal, make your dreams come true, and succeed by yourself in a different country, whether it's United States, like it is my situation, or it might be another country. But pretty much it's the same process, and I would say the same steps that can help you become part of the American society or part of any other country you are going to move to. And sometimes when we make this decision, we do have friends and family members and other people who come and tell you don't do it because it's very hard. And if that's your passion and that's your dream and you are willing to make an effort towards your goals, it's not going to be that hard. I mean, obviously, nothing is very easy, but when you do what you love, it's not hard either. And I like to encourage you to go after what you want, but also I'll share with you small tips that will help you to be safe, to make better decisions. For instance, I am thankful and grateful that I made the best out of my situation. However, I wish I would have known certain things, and those specific things that I didn't know actually drained me, created some delays in my life, and I don't want you to go through the same thing. So if you are an immigrant who is planning to move to the next level, you're struggling with becoming independent, or maybe you feel like you don't belong, or influenced by a group of people who tell you this is impossible, DM me and I'll be more than happy to help you, because you can make your dreams come true. You can do anything you put your mind to as long as your real passion. In one of my previous videos, I spoke about your superpower, and I told you it's not only one thing that you think you love, you have to like the process. We also have to be honest with ourselves when we choose what we want to do, and if you're sure about something, then obviously don't let anyone discourage you. So how about just trust yourself, trust your instinct, trust the process, that if you do have a passion and you're making steps towards that passion, you're doing the right thing, and then things will fall into the right place. But again, along the way, unfortunately, what happened is there are a lot of people who we meet, and some are great people and some unfortunately are not as good, and some will help you move to the next level, will empower you, and others, what they do is just try to put you down, because guess what, you came here at a different time and they don't understand why you don't have to go through the same struggles they did. They don't understand how you can do certain things that they weren't able to. Don't pay attention to those people. Pay attention to people who lift you up, to empower you, to look around you and see who is there when you need it, or people who are positive about life and they find solutions, because obviously there are struggles at moments. I like to look at things as a lesson, as something challenging, so I avoid to call those struggles, but there are, and we should treat them best way possible, not to feel like, okay, I'm gonna quit because this is hard. Well, everything's a little challenging. It's not going to be very smooth process. You'll have to go through different transformations and stages in life. But it's very simple and it's beautiful. If you do what you love, then you're going to go through this process with a lot of energy, and you'll feel powerful because it's something you like. And I would recommend you to, whatever you are right now, to take action and do some steps towards your goal, because time is the most precious thing we have, and we should do something valuable every day, and we should take steps towards our goal. Look at it like it is a lesson, and you learn how to become the best version of yourself. So don't look at it like a struggle, look at it like a challenge. And you are going to see life through different lenses, and it's going to be easier, it's going to be better. This is mostly for immigrants or people who want to live in different countries. One of the things that will help you to emerge into the society wherever you live. So let's say you live in the United States. If you want to become part of the American society, it's going to be very easy if you get out of your community. I'm not telling you to ignore people from the same country as you are, but it would be great if you would not spend too much time in the community unless you're a person who is retired, and obviously you do get a lot of events together and you just go out together. But then your life, it's not about achieving goals. Your life, it's settled. You just want to relax and you do things together with other people that you feel comfortable with, and it's different. But if you're a student, if you're a person who just moved to the United States, it's great if you get out of the community, you go there in the beginning, find out the precious information, whatever is useful for you, and then try to spend more time with, I would recommend people who are born here, first generation, because they also have the knowledge of their parents being immigrants, and then it's very easy for them to be positive and lift you up. Like everything you do, they're like, oh, my parents went through this and I know it was very hard, and I think, you know, you're doing great, you're doing fantastic. And I believe we all want to hear something positive, and it's great to hear from someone who is successful or who is a child of an immigrant, and they do know, or they heard about things that their parents and their grandparents had to go through, and they understand what it takes, rather than spending time in your community where you can unfortunately meet a lot of frustrated people that probably they didn't try enough, or they moved to the United States at different times, and if they went to certain situations and you didn't, or you're not going through the same process, they don't understand why, but they also try to put you down. They think your life is easier, although it's a different challenge. It's a different type of challenge, but you don't need that energy, because that's going to take a lot of your positive energy away from you, and you're going to feel drained. You know, around 20, 25-ish, I would say. It's the age where you grow and learn, and then being around negative people and toxic environment, it's not the best for you, and you're going to waste precious time that you could have done something that your future self is going to thank you for, something meaningful, something positive, and something powerful, some steps towards what you want to do. And I think it's better to look at things this way. So protect yourself, and it's important to create boundaries. I would say I wasted months, precious months of my life, because at that time I didn't understand. Again, I was 23, 24, 25, around that age. I didn't understand how important boundaries are, and I also had a personality where I would say yes to everyone, and I'll be like, oh, I want to be there, I want to go to this event, or if I can help you with something, I want to be part of this. I was trying to get involved in as many things as possible, not knowing that unfortunately not every event, not every situation was a positive outcome for me. You have to learn to say no to certain things. Sometimes you have to look at things and say, well, does my presence there is important? I do something that I can make a difference if I go to that event, or people are going to be okay whether I'm going or not. And on top of that, I'll be able to take care of something else that requires my attention, which could even be your self-care, some self-care, because that's important. You need to take care of yourself and protect your energy. When you come to a new place, you need to learn about the cultural aspects. That's very important. That's going to help you to make steps towards your goal. When you spend time with people that are toxic and those who drag you down and drain your energy, you can move to the next level. You're going to feel, I would avoid the word depressed, because depression is a state of mind. Pretty much you're not depressed, you think you are, but also happiness is a choice. So it's the way you look at things. However, first of all, you need to make sure your time management is right. Some people need to sleep 5 hours and they're okay. Other people need to sleep 8 hours. Otherwise, they're grumpy or they may get sick. So you have to understand that you need to take care of yourself before taking care of others. For example, another thing that I used to do was, obviously I would get in touch with other people and I would hear about their problems and I would try to help them. Although I wasn't in a position to help them, I was new to the United States as well, trying to find my way, and until someone told me, you should actually help yourself first before helping other. I mean, you should stop even talking about it because you're not in a position to help other people. I had a goal, I had a purpose, which thank God again kept me focused. I was focused on achieving that, and I didn't get too much dragged into the drama. But that specific drama that happened with the people telling you can't do that, you're not going to succeed, and so on and so forth, it was something that made me tired. And for weeks, even months, I felt exhausted and drained. And you don't need to go through that, and nobody has to. I also heard situations that were really worse than mine, obviously. And I'm saying that because thank God I got out of that circumstance and that situation. But there were moments when people don't know any better and they think this is what it is and they don't move out of it. So what happened is whether they're getting into a circumstance where they will have to probably look for medical help, or some of them they leave, or they do get in some relationships or whatever that are very draining and destructive. So you don't want to be there, you don't want to be that type of person, and also you don't need to listen to people who didn't achieve their goal, because unfortunately they do come from a place where obviously they didn't make it, and I believe it's very hard for them to think that someone can do it. So when you hear that, try to remove yourself out of the situation. There are other times and there are other things where you are going to meet people and they're your age, or maybe they have the same goals and dreams. Also, it's not necessarily the best to be friends at that moment when you do have challenges in your life with people who are going through maybe the same challenge, because what you do is almost comforting each other and find an excuse for the problem instead of looking for a solution. It's like, oh yeah, me too, and I go through this too, and oh yeah, well, this is it. And instead of looking to do something better, to be around people that are in a better position than you are, more successful, who already achieved their goals and dreams, people that can lift you up, and also you learn from them. You learn from them a lot, from what they do in the morning, how they succeed, their mindset, what they had to go through, how they approach things. I mean, it's very important to surround yourself with people that are better than you. I have to say it this way, in a better position than you. My friends, they're always 10, 15 years older than me because I have a lot to learn from them, and I feel like I'm at the age where I need to learn from them, and they have a lot of wisdom. And I could be around people my age, but I don't feel like I get the same type of wisdom, because when you're younger, you're trying to find your way, and also you go after your dream and after your goal, and it's almost about talking about other problem instead of talking to a person who actually enjoy their life, achieve their dream, and learn more about how they approach certain things in order for them to become successful. And I believe this makes a huge difference if you are changing your environment, and obviously you have to ask yourself, where would you like to be? Because tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. It was a saying, each and every one of us have friends. Like, some people like tennis and they don't like to play volleyball, and for instance I may like both, or I maybe I like one of them, and that doesn't mean like we're cloned, because we're not cloned. But it's about, tell me who your friends are, in terms of, are they people who are going after their goals? Are they people who achieve their dreams? Are they people who like to learn, are educated people? So when you're around people like that, you're going to realize that it can change you. But one more important thing, when you move to a new country, and I'll give United States as an example, make friends that are born here, because not only you're going to learn to speak a better English, you're going to emerge into the society and you're going to feel like you're part of it, not an outsider. I was lucky to feel like I'm at home. This is my first day in the United States. I was like, wow, this feels like home. That's interesting. And where I'm from, I felt like a stranger.